Okay, just a real quick update on moving things. This is kind of like a staging area. This is kind of like a before. I am just staging that. I'm going to pick up the plastic and all that stuff and put it in the trash. Kind of tried to stack some stuff here. That is the beginning attempt at organizing this area. I need to do more. I've laid some things up against the shed. I kind of moved the plywood. I have like more trash to be gathered, and this is stuff I still have to go through and figure out a place for. This is all trash. There's like broken glass. There's some recycling, but most of it's trash. I still have to clean out this guy. Oil got dumped in there. I still have to wrap this guy. Actually, work has been slow, so I haven't been working, and the air is really, really bad. I don't know if you can kind of see. It's just thick and gray, and it's because of smoke. The smoke is really, yeah, you probably can't tell, but it is really, let's see if you can see it over here. It is really thick. I don't think you can see it. Anyway, whatever. More the point is, I've been kind of trying to organize this. This is still stuff. This is actually like some dirty. There's some more laundry that needs to be done. Just blankets and things from moving. There's like a handful of boxes that need to be gone. These are all empties. I'm stacking kind of all my empty bins right up here. I'm using these to go get all my mulch, which I will show you later. This is actually, I kind of reused this. I just shook it out this morning because I used that for the molly tomorrow that I go pick up my regular. But business has been slow. So I just want to throw that out there. I don't know. People just don't have a bunch of extra money, I don't think, to be throwing around. I, meanwhile, kind of went through a little bit of stuff out here. I still have more to go through. I fixed my door, which required me, sorry about that. That was a bad view. Which required me to drill a couple more holes better so that I can at least put this guy in here. And when I close, see, it's like just too high. I'm sure I did something wrong. It's hard to say. I can't figure it out, and I can't get a hold of the company. I've gone through quite a bit of stuff here. I think my next project is to like clean up this area better to kind of prepare for winter. I would really, if I could figure out how to attach some wood over here on this corner of the container, I would literally build some kind of thing that would block the rain. I just don't really know quite how to do that. I don't know how to attach something to the container. I guess I could remove it, so where I could still get the door. Oh, crap, it's raining. I think it just started to rain, which is actually good for the fire, because there's been a fire. That same fire that I talked about before is still burning. Okay, so this stuff, believe it or not, it's just, I need to go through it, but I did go through quite a bit of this, believe it or not. There's a lot of small items in there. I have canisters. I'll do a tour of my container because it's a little bit more organized. I did all my laundry, all that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to pick up things. This is still a mess, but I did some mulch because, again, I get that free mulch. I kind of did some pathways. So I kind of cleaned up this area at least. I'm not ready to build this little wall yet because I'm kind of trying to figure out drainage here. I definitely need more gravel right where I kind of pull in where my left tire goes. So I'm going to need some more gravel. It took me a while to kind of figure this out, how I plan to even work this out. And I don't know whether I'm going to build, but I still have to, obviously, I have to move this tent. It's got some stuff in there, some junk I need to clean out, like a couple tables and things like that. I need to figure out a different spot to have a kitchen and like place to do my dishes and all that kind of stuff. And I think I'm going to put it I'm going to get something new and clean and some kind of shelter to like do a mock kitchen. But again, winter is coming. So, we'll see how that goes. But I think I'm going to have to put it up there, which is a little bit further. but I tried to kind of create a little bit of more of a walkway up. I'm still kind of raking this area because this is actually composted and broken down and stuff. But I did a little path. I'll cover my rake. I'm doing some composting. And I had to fill in some holes. There's some pretty big holes here for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why there's such big holes here in the ground, but there are. So I had to fill in some of those. And actually I want to cut down some more trees, so that's kind of next too. Oh, gross, there's a little, I think there's a slug inside here. This is like one of my compost little bins. Oh, my bad. One of my compost bins. And this is kind of where I've been throwing my compost, which I don't love. I need to weed eat again. God, this is a little bit of a long tour. Yeah, I got a lot of raking to do. I'm going to use my driftwood pieces, some of the ones that are still kind of over my driveway. They're a little bit heavy. And I'm going to do some practice building over here. You know, because I'm not too worried. I don't know. I'm not so worried about these trees because I've got a beetle issue, apparently. It seems to me I've got a beetle issue. Every time I down a tree, I see a million beetles. Or move a tree, I see a million of those stupid black beetles. I don't know that they kill trees, but I see a million of those crazy black beetles like everywhere. So I don't know what to say about that. I'm going to create a trail through here. We're going to just get a whole bunch more mulch. I'm going to down, there's like 3 trees in here that I want to down, but I'm going to have to move these glass tables. I'm going to, I cut up the wood, but I didn't put it away. So basically, I mean, I would prefer to have gravel on here. Work has been slow though, so I haven't really saved up money for gravel. I would prefer to have gravel here. That's going to be a lot. And can't have fire yet. We're on a burn ban. I'm kind of making my way over to the pile. I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to have to figure out how to fit in this space. I wasn't sure exactly how I'm going to do that, but I think I'm going to have to just dig down here. I need to make this path wider. And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to make this path wider here. And then I'm going to carve this out. I'm going to take that big, huge rock out and carve this more. Carve around this corner, like take out that corner where the round whatever is. Just take that out, dig it down, fill this more with gravel, bring it in to the left of that rock and come up the driveway so I don't have to go so far over to that side when I try and come in my driveway. I covered this with mulch, which is the trillium area. This is a long update. I did mulch. I still have like 3 more buckets of mulch to put down over by my fish. And all that. And it's really nice mulch. It's actually, the ones I have over there are pure cedar. I don't know, this guy, I told him that I did want, like, I was really after cedar mulch. And he told me, he's like, he didn't say anything. He's just cool about it. And then I noticed that he just dumped massive piles of pure cedar right there at the place where I normally come get the mulch. Oh, so anyway, I'm a little exhausted about things in general, I would have to say. You know, the economy. My insurance. I'm upset about my bills, actually, to be honest. Let's be honest. I'm upset that my insurance has doubled since 2020 on a car that's fully paid off. Got a perfect driving record, and yet here I am paying a ridiculous amount of money in insurance, and I'm over it. this area is all getting dug out. So you see where I kind of put that corner. This, when I get a little bit of rain and it softens up and it's not all just like dust, I'm going to come down this corner. We're going to dig this corner out. And I think I'm just going to need to put in some drainage, definitely some drainage. Or I think as long as, honestly, it's a little sloped, and it doesn't sit in the hole there, it should be okay. Because it's all sloped down this way. Now, if I'm cool with it all running down this way, I really want it to run into the wetland area, which is really the middle here. And again, I just would like everything a little raised up so that, whatever water flow needs to go through here can continue to kind of go through here. And I'm going to like impede it as needed when I get, landscaping done. So it's just really been a little bit of a challenge kind of figuring out even where my paths go. So anyway, that's my update. God, I got to down some more trees. I'm going to try and get to that. I don't know what my problem is, honestly. I'm a little sluggish today. Anyway, thanks for listening.